What if the deepest truths about our existence, the very fabric of reality, weren't just out there in the vastness of the cosmos, but intricately woven into the essence of who we are? What if your consciousness isn't merely a byproduct of your brain, but a fundamental force, capable of shaping the world around you in ways we're only just beginning to comprehend? Have you ever felt a profound intuition, a knowing that transcends logic, or experienced a serendipitous moment that felt like the universe was winking at you? These aren't just coincidences or flights of fancy. They are whispers from a deeper reality, hints at a profound connection between your inner world and the outer universe. This journey we're about to embark upon explores the astonishing intersection of ancient spiritual wisdom and the cutting-edge insights of quantum physics, revealing a universe far more mysterious, interconnected, and conscious than we ever imagined. It's a journey that could fundamentally shift your understanding of yourself, your purpose, and your place in the grand tapestry of existence. For millennia, humanity has grappled with the profound questions of existence. What is consciousness? What is reality? Is there more to life than what our five senses perceive? Across diverse cultures and civilizations, from the ancient shamans of indigenous tribes to the revered sages of the East, a consistent thread emerges: the belief in an underlying unity, a fundamental consciousness that permeates all things. The Vedic traditions of ancient India, for instance, speak of Brahman, the ultimate reality, the universal spirit from which all creation emanates. The Upanishads, timeless scriptures of Hindu philosophy, declare Tat Tvam Asi, thou art that, meaning that the individual soul, Atman, is identical with Brahman. This isn't merely a poetic notion, it's a radical assertion that our individual consciousness is not separate from the universal consciousness, but an expression of it. Imagine the liberation in realizing that the divine isn't some distant entity, but an intrinsic part of your very being. Similarly, Taoism and ancient Chinese philosophy speaks of the Tao, the ineffable, nameless force that flows through all of existence, guiding and shaping it. Lao Tzu, the legendary founder of Taoism, teaches that by aligning ourselves with the Tao, by embracing its natural flow, we can achieve harmony, balance, and profound wisdom. This isn't about rigid dogma, but about cultivating a deep awareness of the interconnectedness of all things. Recognizing the yin and yang, the complementary forces that bring the universe into dynamic balance. Think of how a master gardener works with nature, not against it, understanding the subtle currents of growth and decay. In the West, mystical traditions within Christianity, such as those espoused by Meister Eckhart, a 13th-century German theologian and philosopher, echoed similar sentiments. Eckhart spoke of the Godhead, a concept beyond the personal God, a foundational unity that transcends all distinctions. He emphasized the importance of detaching from worldly desires and cultivating an inner stillness to experience this divine ground of being. Even the Stoics, ancient Greek and Roman philosophers, while seemingly more pragmatic, believed in a rational, organizing principle of the universe, a divine logos that permeates all things. They taught that by aligning our reason with this universal reason, we could achieve virtue, tranquility, and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, famously wrote in his Meditations about living in harmony with nature, understanding that everything is interconnected and part of a larger, intelligent whole. These ancient wisdom traditions, though expressed through different cultural lenses, all point towards a profound truth: that reality is not merely a collection of separate, inanimate objects, but a dynamic, living, conscious field. They understood, long before our modern scientific instruments could even conceive of it, that consciousness is not an emergent property of complex biological systems, but rather a fundamental aspect of the universe itself. This idea, that consciousness is primary, is a radical departure from the prevailing materialistic worldview that has dominated Western thought for centuries. For too long, we have been taught to see ourselves as isolated individuals, separate from nature, separate from each other, and separate from a divine source. But what if this separation is an illusion, a trick of the mind, and the true nature of reality is one of profound unity, and interconnectedness. This ancient understanding provides a powerful backdrop for our exploration into the mind-bending world of quantum physics, where the very boundaries of reality begin to blur, and the observer's role becomes surprisingly central. Now, let's bridge these ancient insights with the startling revelations of modern science, specifically the realm of quantum physics. This field, which explores the fundamental nature of matter and energy at the subatomic level, has unearthed phenomena so bizarre, so counterintuitive, that they challenge our deepest assumptions about reality. One of the most famous and perplexing concepts in quantum mechanics is the observer effect. In experiments like the double-slit experiment, particles like electrons behave as waves when not observed, creating an interference pattern. However, the moment an observer attempts to measure or detect which slit the electron passes through, the wave function collapses, and the electron behaves like a particle. It's as if the act of observation itself influences the reality of the particle. This isn't just about measurement. It implies a profound connection between consciousness and the physical world. It suggests that reality, at its most fundamental level, is not fixed and independent of us, but rather fluid and responsive to our awareness. Consider the implications of this. If a tiny electron can be influenced by our observation, what does that say about the larger world we inhabit? Could our consciousness be actively participating in shaping our reality, not just passively observing it? This idea deeply resonates with ancient spiritual teachings. Many traditions emphasize the power of intention, prayer, visualization, and belief in manifesting desired outcomes. They teach that our thoughts and emotions are not just fleeting internal states, but energetic vibrations that can influence the quantum field. Think of the concept of karma, the idea that our actions, thoughts, and intentions create corresponding effects in our lives. This isn't just a moralistic principle. It can be seen as a reflection of how our inner states interact with the quantum fabric of reality. Another mind-bending quantum phenomenon is entanglement. When two particles become entangled, they remain connected, regardless of the distance separating them. If you measure the spin of one entangled particle, the other instantly assumes the opposite spin, even if they are light years apart. This spooky action at a distance, as Einstein famously called it, defies classical physics and suggests a non-local interconnectedness in the universe. It points to a reality where information is shared instantaneously, transcending the limitations of space and time. This echoes the spiritual idea of unity, of all things being interconnected within a vast cosmic web. If particles can be entangled, perhaps our consciousness too is entangled with a larger, universal consciousness, explaining phenomena like telepathy, precognition, or the feeling of being deeply connected to someone even when they are far away. Imagine a vast, shimmering tapestry where every thread is connected to every other thread, and a tug on one thread ripples through the entire fabric. This is a powerful analogy for the interconnectedness suggested by both quantum physics and ancient spirituality. Our individual consciousness, like a single thread, is not separate but an integral part of this grand tapestry. When we shift our thoughts, our beliefs, our intentions, we are not just changing our internal state, we are sending ripples through the quantum field, potentially influencing the reality we experience. This doesn't mean we can magically conjure anything we desire, but it suggests a profound co-creative relationship with the universe. It invites us to take responsibility for our inner states, recognizing their potential impact on our outer world. The challenge, of course, is to move beyond abstract concepts and apply these insights to our daily lives. How do we harness this understanding? It begins with awareness. By becoming more mindful of our thoughts, our emotions, and our intentions, we start to recognize the patterns we are creating. If we constantly dwell on lack and negativity, we might inadvertently reinforce those patterns in our reality. Conversely, by cultivating gratitude, positive expectation, and a sense of abundance, we might begin to attract more of what we desire. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about aligning our inner frequency with the desired outcome, creating a resonance that allows for manifestation. Consider the power of belief. In the placebo effect, a patient's belief in a sugar pill can trigger real physiological healing. This is a profound example of consciousness influencing biology, and it operates at a quantum level, where the mind's expectation literally changes the body's chemistry. This isn't just a medical curiosity, it's a demonstration of our innate power to shape our reality. If belief can heal the body, what else can it do? What if our collective beliefs are shaping the very world we live in? The renowned physicist David Bohm, a protege of Albert Einstein, proposed the concept of the implicate order and explicate order. He suggested that reality has a deeper, hidden, undivided order. The implicate order from which our perceived, manifest reality, the explicate order unfolds. This implicate order is a realm of undivided wholeness, where everything is interconnected and information is distributed non-locally. Our consciousness, according to Bohm, is intimately connected to this implicate order, and our perceptions are merely unfoldings from this deeper reality. This concept beautifully parallels the spiritual idea of a unified field of consciousness, a divine ground of being from which all creation emerges. It suggests that the seemingly separate objects and events we perceive are merely projections from a deeper, more fundamental reality. Imagine a hologram. If you break a holographic plate, each small piece still contains the entire image, albeit with less clarity. Similarly, Bohm suggested that every part of the universe contains information about the whole. This means that within each of us, within our own consciousness, lies a reflection of the entire cosmos. We are not just tiny specks in a vast universe. We are microcosms containing the macrocosm. This is a truly empowering perspective, inviting us to look within for the answers to life's deepest mysteries. While these ideas are compelling, it's crucial to acknowledge the limitations of our current scientific understanding. Quantum physics is still a developing field, and many of its interpretations are subject to ongoing debate. We cannot definitively say that consciousness collapses the wave function in a way that allows us to manifest a new car simply by thinking about it. However, what these theories do offer is a powerful framework for understanding the potential interconnectedness of mind and matter, and how our internal states might subtly influence the world around us. They provide a scientific language for concepts that ancient mystics have understood intuitively for millennia. Perhaps the most profound implication of this intersection between spirituality and quantum consciousness is the shift from a mechanistic, deterministic view of the universe to a living, conscious, and participatory one. If reality is truly fluid and responsive to our consciousness, then we are not passive observers in a predetermined existence, but active co-creators. This places a profound responsibility on us to cultivate our inner world, to choose our thoughts and intentions wisely, and to align ourselves with compassion, love, and wisdom. Consider the concept of synchronicity, coined by Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist and founder of analytical psychology. Synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences that seem to defy chance, where seemingly unrelated events occur together in a way that suggests an underlying pattern or connection. Jung believed that these synchronicities were manifestations of the collective unconscious, a universal reservoir of human experience and archetypes that transcends individual consciousness. From a quantum perspective, synchronicities could be seen as moments when our individual consciousness aligns with the deeper, implicate order, causing a meaningful convergence of events in the explicate order. It's as if the universe is responding to our inner state, creating external circumstances that reflect our inner landscape. This isn't about magic tricks. It's about recognizing the subtle dance between our inner world and the outer world. When we are deeply aligned with our purpose, when our intentions are clear and our hearts are open, we often find that opportunities and circumstances seem to magically align with our desires. This isn't arbitrary. It's the universe responding to our energetic signature, to the frequency we are emitting. Another fascinating area of exploration is the nature of time. In classical physics, time is seen as linear, moving from past to present to future. However, in quantum mechanics, the concept of time becomes far more fluid and less absolute. Some theories suggest that time might not be a fundamental aspect of reality, but rather an emergent property of our consciousness. If time is not linear, then concepts like precognition, knowing future events, or retrocausality, future events influencing the past, become more plausible. While these are highly speculative, they open up fascinating possibilities about the true nature of reality and our place within it. The implications for personal transformation are immense. If our consciousness can influence reality, then cultivating a positive mindset, practicing mindfulness, and engaging in spiritual practices are not just feel-good activities, they are powerful tools for shaping our lives. Imagine the profound impact on mental and emotional wellness if we truly embrace the idea that our inner world holds the key to our outer experience. Depression, anxiety, and stress often stem from a feeling of powerlessness, of being a victim of external circumstances. But if we understand that we are active participants in shaping our reality, then we regain a sense of agency and empowerment. Practical spirituality, then, becomes a way of life. It's about integrating these profound insights into our daily routines. It's about recognizing that every thought, every word, every action carries an energetic vibration that contributes to the co-creation of our reality. This means choosing love over fear, gratitude over complaint, and compassion over judgment. It means cultivating a sense of inner peace and stillness, allowing us to connect with the deeper wisdom that resides within us. In today's fast-paced, technologically driven world, these messages are more relevant than ever. We are bombarded with information, often leading to overwhelm and a sense of disconnection. Yet, paradoxically, technology itself is beginning to reflect some of these ancient truths. Artificial intelligence, for example, is pushing the boundaries of what we consider consciousness, prompting us to reevaluate our definitions. Wellness apps are leveraging principles of mindfulness and meditation, demonstrating the practical benefits of cultivating inner awareness. The growing interest in spiritual practices, mindfulness, and holistic wellness is a testament to a collective yearning for deeper meaning and connection. In a world that often feels fragmented, there's a cultural shift happening, a spiritual awakening, where more and more people are seeking answers beyond traditional institutions and materialistic pursuits. They are looking for a deeper understanding of themselves and their place in the cosmos. This isn't a fleeting trend. It's a fundamental reevaluation of what it means to be human in an ever-evolving universe. The convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science offers a powerful narrative for this awakening, providing both intellectual validation and practical guidance for navigating the complexities of modern life. This message matters today because it offers hope, empowerment, and a path towards a more fulfilling and interconnected existence. It reminds us that we are not isolated beings adrift in a meaningless universe, but integral parts of a vast, conscious, and interconnected tapestry. It invites us to step into our true power, not as controllers of the universe, but as conscious co-creators, aligning ourselves with the natural flow of existence and contributing to the unfolding of a more beautiful and harmonious world. So where does this leave us? It leaves us with a profound invitation to explore the depths of our own consciousness, to recognize the interconnectedness of all things, and to embrace our role as active participants in the unfolding of reality. It challenges us to move beyond rigid beliefs and open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that emerge when we bridge the ancient wisdom of the ages with the cutting-edge insights of modern science. It's a journey of self-discovery, a quest for deeper meaning, and a call to awaken to the extraordinary power that resides within each of us. This journey is not about finding definitive answers, but about asking better questions. It's about cultivating a sense of wonder, a childlike curiosity that allows us to see the magic in the mundane and the divine in the everyday. It's about realizing that the universe isn't just out there, it's within you, waiting to be explored, understood, and expressed. As you reflect on these ideas, consider this. What if your thoughts are not just in your head, but are subtle energies radiating out into the universe? What if your emotions are not just internal states, but vibrations that attract corresponding experiences? And what if your consciousness is not just confined to your brain, but is a gateway to a universal field of infinite potential? This is an invitation to live with greater awareness, intention, and compassion. To recognize the sacred in every moment, the interconnectedness in every relationship, and the infinite potential within your own being. It's a call to remember who you truly are. A magnificent expression of universal consciousness, capable of shaping your reality and contributing to the collective evolution of humanity. If this message resonated with the deepest part of your being, if it sparked a flicker of recognition within your soul, then consider joining us on this ongoing journey of exploration. Your engagement helps us bring these profound conversations to more hearts and minds. If you felt a connection to these ideas, please consider liking this video. It's a simple way to show your support and help spread this message to others who might be searching for these very insights. And if you wish to continue exploring the mysteries of consciousness and the universe with us, I invite you to subscribe to this channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the profound questions that shape our existence. We are all on this path together, and your perspective is invaluable. Please, share your thoughts, your experiences, and your questions in the comments below. Let's continue this beautiful conversation and co-create a space where we can all grow, learn, and awaken to the infinite possibilities that await us. Your journey is unique, yet we are all connected in this grand tapestry of universal consciousness. Thank you for being here, for your open heart, and for your willingness to explore the profound depths of reality with us.